And good afternoon. How is everyone doing this lovely afternoon or late afternoon? Doing okay? All right, see some smiley faces out there. If you have video, I'd like to see more because when I look over occasionally, I get a little bit of extra good energy from smiley faces. Okay, and today's show. Actually, let me just start playing some music first, and then we'll tell you what I'm going to do. I need to warm up a little bit. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And today, folks, I am playing on the most wonderful, if you notice in the emails, I said an extremely limited edition Lowry model, and it's become a very loved model by many because it is the Lowry Symphony. And why is it loved by many? Well, because the Lowry Symphony is basically, let's see how I can sum it up let me sum up a 30-minute story into about 1 minute or less. It's basically the styling, the footprint of the Lowry, Sterling, and the Patriot models, okay, and all of the goodies that the Sterling and the Patriot has. But it also has a lot of goodies from the Liberty, the Marquis, the Grand Marquis, and even Aria. So you're going to hear some of those as I'm playing today. I opened up actually with a style called cabaret, which was introduced on the Lowry Marquis. Most people put on intro 1, and you actually get that styling that sounds like cabaret, the song cabaret. But I actually used a different introduction for that. And of course, I played it in a minor key, so it didn't sound anything like the cabaret style. So for those of you who have that style and you're wondering what did I use, that's what I did. But the beauty of this is that you're going to hear some styles, like I said, from those phenomenal instruments. And I've got a couple new ones that I'm going to play today. And then I got some stuff that might be a little too early to play, but I have to because I discovered some things today that I never got a chance to. So, and keeping things moving, one of the things that I really love about the Lowry Aria, now let me look on the screen here. Anyone here have a Lowry Aria? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 of you here. Okay, several of you. Okay. One of the styles that was introduced on the Lowry Aria was it was a concept called real style. Now, as you know, Lowry's always done a phenomenal job at labeling the rhythm styles like cabaret, spelled differently than the song cabaret. A lot of people know that if you use the intro 1, it's perfect for the song cabaret. All right, well, when the aria was introduced in the Grand Marquis, they introduced what was called real styles. And all that simply means is the name of the style is the name of the song. And what I'm going to do is a bunch of medleys today, because I'm going to showcase some of these new styles, but I also I want you to hear how diverse these styles are and how you can play so many other great songs that you love. So this style, let's see if I can get a lucky guess here. Let me pull it up here first. This style here was introduced on the aria. The name of the style is called, let me just make sure, You Don't Know Me. Anyone want to guess what the name of the song I'm going to play is? This is where you're allowed to unmute yourself. So the name of the style is called You Don't Know Me. The name of the song I'm going to play is
You Don't Know Me.
That was a very good guess. Who said that?
Janice.
Janice, you just won $500 in virtual 5 money. Okay? See, you get to win prizes today if you guess. And yes, I'm going to play You Don't Know Me, but when you hear this style, listen to the elegance, listen to the styling. It's got that beautiful triplets feel to it, so you could play a lot of great tunes with it. So we'll start off with just the intro one, and then here we go. And yes, I intentionally went into another song so you could see and what's great is you could do some great medleys with some of these styles here. Now, I'm going to play a new song for you today that I've never played. Not a new song for you, a new song for me. So if it doesn't go well, then I can always cut it out when I post it on Patreon. Because I was looking through the styles. When the Symphony was introduced, they introduced 35 styles, new styles, above and beyond the Patriot, which would be over 50 new styles above and beyond the Sterling, etc. And a lot of these new styles were styles that were introduced on the aria. And the name of the style that I'm going to play, let's see if you guess the name of the song. This is a real style. Let's see here. And I actually had a lot of fun playing this song. I listened to this song a lot on the radio too. Some of you may know the name Billy Joel. He had a lot of great hits in his career. And the style that I'm going to play is called Just the Way You Are. So the name of the song is called
Just the Way You Are.
Wow, she is winning lots of virtual money today. So I'm going to play Just the Way You Are. Let me find the style here. And it's just labeled Just the Way You Are. I'm going to put on the intro, and I'm just going to put on my rhythm presets, and I'm going to look in the screen. I'm going to do what we tell all the students to do. Look at the screen. Look at the sounds you got. Let's see. I think I like that one. I might do some strings in there, maybe some vibraphone. We'll see what happens here. All right. Let me get the music closer. All right. There we go. Thank you. Yes, and I like you just the way you are. Isn't that great? Now, we're going to have a little fun here. I might have to say this as I'm doing it, but I'm going to do a little burst of styles that actually normally are designed for certain songs, you know, styles like snowing. So when you hear the title snowing, most people say that's a perfect style to play for the song Snowbird, which it would be. But I'm not going to play Snowbird. But I'm going to use the style. All right? And let's see here. Let me think. Oh, there's another style here that I actually am going to play the song that's designed for. But I'm going to go into something a little bit different. And then you'll hear it when it comes on, and you'll know what it is when you hear it. And then I'm going to use some presets, some of the new presets in here. And what I'm going to do is throw in a little bit of holiday music. And the reason why I'm telling you this now, because November is right around the corner. This is when we pull out the stops and start pulling out our Christmas music and start learning some of those holiday tunes. Don't wait till Christmas time to practice those songs. All right? So the first style I'm going to use is a phenomenal style. So I'm going to do a little medley. And it's going to feature, I'll tell you the lyrics, and you might know the name of the style. It's, let me see if I get my music here. Let's see. I don't have the lyrics on this music, but it's something like chipmunks roasting on an open fire. Does that sound right? Is that the right words? Am I saying it wrong?
Robert, that would be the Christmas song.
But that doesn't sound like the right lyrics.
Chestnuts.
Oh, chestnuts, not chipmunks. Oh, okay, chestnuts. All right. So this style here was introduced again on the aria, and I'm going to do a little medley of tunes here. I'll start off with this one. You know what the style is called. The style is called the Christmas song. The name of the song I'm going to play is the Christmas song, but I'm going to play it halfway through, and then I'm going to switch, and I'm going to turn it off, and then go into some of these new presets and play a couple holiday Christmas tunes for you, using some of the new presets without a rhythm. And then I'm going to use the snowing style for another Christmas song. And I just want you to see how you can use all of these wonderful new things to play some of that great music, the sounds of the season. So let me pull up that style. I've got to remember, chestnuts, not chipmunks. I was wondering why I was getting people giving me dirty looks when I kept saying that in some of my concerts. All right. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Rhythm preset. And we'll start off with that. So I'm going to go from one to the other. Here we go. Can I do that again? I just love that little introduction. Those, I call them the swooning strings. Ooh. Sometimes I like to hear that part a couple times. Here we go. wait, there's more. There we go. Guess what? I just rehearsed all of those this morning. I was like, I got to do something totally different. So those are some of the new presets that they had in there. Those were, obviously, that was the Snowbird, Snow Wing style. But I didn't play Snowbird. I did, what did I play? Jingle Bells and whatever that first one was. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da song. All right. Now, let's moving on to some more of the real styles. And something else that you may have heard us say over time, some of you have this because you know, depending on the model you have, but a lot of the, when the newer models were introduced, the new marquees and what have you, what they did is they gave us what was called extended fill-ins. And extended fill-ins was basically a very simple term to say that they became other rhythmic patterns so that it didn't sound like a fill-in. So, for example, I'm going to use a style here called Oscar Swing. And if you ever heard of, any of you know who the Oscar Swing is, or Oscar Peterson rather, he was a very accomplished pianist that he did a lot of great swinging, and obviously that's why they call Oscar swing tunes, what have you. And you're going to hear his fill-ins and his styling is in there, and it's very elaborate. And then as I'm playing, I'm going to, when you hear the introduction, it's actually catered for his arrangement of the song, The Way You Look Tonight. And then partway through, I'm going to hit the fill-in with my foot. I'm not going to hit it. I'll use my right kick switch. And I'm going to hold that kick switch, that fill-in, for more than 2 measures worth or more than that. And what you're going to listen to, what you're going to hear is that that style will do a fill-in, and then it'll jump into another rhythmic pattern altogether. So we'll start off with The Way You Look Tonight, and I'll kind of point it out as it happens, so listen for the change. All right, let's see here. Ooh, the key of F, something real simple. You hear the piano back there. Just let it play for a little bit, play a couple chords here. Nice and subtle. Now if I do the fill-in, okay, that was like, what, 1 measure? It's kind of fancy there. You got a bunch of different ones in there. This is great when you have someone on the phone. You can call someone and say, hey, listen to me play. I learned that at Fletcher Music Centers. Right? All right, here we go. and then continue holding it, and it'll go into a whole different rhythmic pattern in the background. Ooh, that's cool. Here we go. Always a lot of fun to play that style because you could do so many great standards with that. So, but if you notice that fill-in, and I don't know if you saw me reaching up while I was playing, by the way, when if you have those styles that have those extended fill-in rhythm, I call them extended fill-in rhythms, really. If you activate the drum variation or deactivate it while you're holding that fill-in down, it will also change the way that background is playing. The drummer will change. So if you hold the fill-in down, it becomes a whole different pattern. But if you want to change it up while you're playing it, just reach up and hit the drum variation, and it changes the way that style. So that's what I did, is I reached up and hit the drum variation. Now, this is one I've done before, since I'm talking about holding fill-ins down. So for those of you who might be a little newer to having some of these styles, here's a song that you're going to want to have if you like the song. It might be a little bit before your time. It was a singer by the name of Petula Clark, and she had one of her hit songs was called Downtown. You familiar with the song Downtown? All right. So I'm going to play Downtown. Now, if you notice on my music, let's see if I can zoom in. Am I zooming in right? See that little asterisk I put there on my music there? That was a little note to self. That when I get to that part, I'm just going to hold the fill-in down and then continue to hold it for the entire second page of the song. And what's going to happen is you're going to hear a little bit of the fill-in, just like the original arrangement of the recording. And then it's going to go into the background, just like that part of the song when it was recorded. In that song, it even slows down a little bit. The way the arrangement, the way the arrangement sounds, it sounds like it slows down. Everything that happens in the original song is happening here as well. Bill Curry was extremely clever when he designed this. So here we go. I'll point it out. I'll say, here it is, or listen for it, or something. Or if you see me do that, then you know. I try not to do too much because I want to focus on playing the song and not messing it up. Here we go. stop. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. And the name of the style was called Downtown Rock. And I know some of you have that. If you don't have that style and you want it, just reach out to one of our personal assistants. They have some Downtown Rock buttons in their store. I think Joni has a couple of them. I think the last she told me she had 4 of them, but a lot of people want that Downtown Rock button, so she had to make sure that that happened. The Oscar Peterson button is in there too. I think I'm out of those buttons. I've been giving those out. Anyway, all in good fun here, and it's a great instrument. Ooh, got goosebumps just playing this. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I love, if you've noticed, many of you heard me playing over the years, you know that I love playing my big band styles. And I cannot get enough of this style here. Now, I'll do a little bit of the song that it's designed for, but I'll also show you all these other great tunes you can play with it. And the style is called Got Swing, ? And it's actually, obviously most people go, oh, I've got the world on the string. Yes, but not just I've got the world on a string, but it is Michael Bublé's arrangement that he recorded. Many great crooners did that song over the years. I've heard Frank Sinatra, I've heard Dean Martin, and a bunch of others that not many people know. I have fallen in love with this styling because it has that great classic big band feel, but with a modern twist. It's like a combination. And so when you hear that, I'll start off with that. And then I'll use that same style and I'll just go into something else. What am I going to do, you ask? I don't know. We'll figure it out as they go. This is another one of those surprises to me, too. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let me get the music and play it in the key. Let's see here. Let's see. I got the world on the string. There we go. Oh, F. Better start off with F. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that was fun. Well, I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. I see some of the smiles there. I see some of you wear your pens and pencils too. So that was that. And then while I was playing, by the way, I used preset number 10. Where is that rhythm at? I think I went to number 2 and 0. And I can't remember else what I did. I just do what I just do it as I go along. Now another little trick, a little educational moment. I'll give you a 30-second workshop. Did someone have their hand raised? They have a question? I don't know if you noticed this, but in a couple of the songs that I played today, if you notice when I have music up, it's because I normally don't play those songs and I don't have them fully memorized yet. And so I put them up here just in case. I don't know if you noticed, I did this with, I think I did it with You Don't Know Me and The Way You Look Tonight, or a couple of the songs. If you notice in the beginning of the song, some of this music, I don't know if you could see that, you'll see there's a few notes that have to be played. There's the intro, and then right before the intro is over, you have to start playing the notes. And sometimes I kind of lose track. I get caught up in the introduction, and I forget to do that. And what I do, a lot of people thought I did it intentionally, just as part of the arrangement. Sometimes I do, and sometimes, like today, when I was playing it, I just lost count, and I thought, if I try to catch up, it'll make it look worse. So let me put up that style real quick. So here's the introduction. Right before the intro's over, you're supposed to play. And then you play the song. Well, I lost track of that, so what I did was this. And you can fool your friends if you ever run into this problem. And you can play those first, after the introduction is playing and it's done, you stop it and you play the first few melodies and then you kick it in together and it makes it look like you did it on purpose. And today I did it on purpose, folks. I really did. I lost track of my timing. So it happens to a lot of us. And there was a couple of songs I did that. Now, I'm going to play one more slower song and then I'll finish with something a little more upbeat. This style I very rarely feature in a show or a demonstration. It's a very slow style, but it is, I've had a lot of people that have arias that have told me how much they love this style. And as I was looking through my list of new styles that were introduced on the Symphony, I realized this is a very pretty style. The name of the style is called, let me get the music for it first. The name of the rhythm style is called The Way We Were. That's the name of the rhythm. The name of the song is called, any lucky guesses for 1,000 virtual dollars? You had 5 seconds to answer, and you'll get 1,000 virtual dollars.
The Way We Were.
That was very good. And because you answered, I'm doubling it. You got 2,000 virtual dollars. I don't know what you can do with it yet, but someday we'll have a purpose for all this virtual money. All right. The style is called, where did it go? The Way We Were. And I've heard a lot of great people, I've heard a lot of great singers perform this song. Most people reference it to someone by the name of Barbra Streisand. Anybody know that name? A little bit before your time. And this is actually, when you hear the introduction, you could, it was like they took that arrangement. And I'm just pulling up my screen here with my rhythm presets, and I'm looking before I play Let's see. I think that might sound good, and that might sound good too. We'll see. I'll just put the rhythm presets, and I'll use my music. Let me get a little closer. All right. Here we go. The Lowry Symphony. Oh, that's a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun to play. I know Joni likes playing it because she has one. She's smiling over there and all those great styles. Well, before I play my last number, did you enjoy the show? Let me hear you. This is being recorded. I want people to know that we have a bunch of people on. There we go. Let's hear it.
Great.
Lowry Symphony.
Great show.
Well, give me a little round of applause. Who about the Lowry Symphony?
Symphony.
Yes. All right, we'll have a little fun here. And let's see here. Maybe I'll change what I'm going to do. I could do this. Yeah, I'll do this. What the heck? I'll turn it into a medley somehow. Actually, somehow, some way, my daughter learned of this song, and I never knew how. I was like, is that in a commercial? and then it was on the Sirius XM, and she started as a favorite. And every time it'd come on, and she'd start singing the lyrics. One of the things she had a knack for was she could hear a song enough times, and then she would remember the lyrics, and I'd have to hear it like 100 times to get some of the words. And there was always that fun part. These boots are made for walking, by the way, is the name of the song. And there's that part where these boots are going to walk all over you. She really got into singing it, but it's really a fun number. It's kind of upbeat and happy. And I learned a part of the lyrics. There's a part that goes something you should be truthin'. I thought, is that a word? I guess you can make it up, right? We make up words all the time. So we'll finish off with a little bit of these boots are made for walking, and then I'm going to show you how you can use this style a different way as well. Okay? Because if you really listen to it, it can almost become kind of a Latin beat as well. It's really a lot of fun. So before I play that, I want to thank you for joining us today and having some fun. What do you think of the Lowry Symphony? Or the Symphony, obviously, thinks very highly of itself. And the good news is it was introduced when it was introduced. The downside was there weren't many of them made. It was an extremely limited series. In the years past, when a limited edition model came out, I think typically there was like 350 of them made. A limited production model like the Imperial and the Liberty, they were limited in when they made them, but they made more than 300, but it wasn't a regular production, so they didn't make many of those. When the Symphony was introduced, originally we only had 35 of them. Over the last 2 years, we've been able to work around the logistics, and I think in total there were probably less than 100 of these made in the last 2 years. And I just happen to have one here. I think there's one or two in Florida. And if you happen to have a Sterling or Patriot, we can actually take your Sterling or Patriot and turn it into a Symphony for a extremely nominal fee, very small fee. So you might want to talk to your PAs about that, because if you already have a Sterling or Patriot, we could actually use your existing cabinet, and we can bring that in and have it converted into a Symphony for a very, very small fee compared to what we were normally selling them when we introduced the model. And then the two that we have in stock are being available right now. As you noticed, the last few emails throughout the month of, what month is this? This month, October. We put out some announcements that we were doing some very special opportunities for our customers as a result of what a lot of you went through in Florida, that nasty thing called the hurricane, affecting a lot of people's lives and affected us as a business. And so we wanted to turn the negative into a positive for our customers. So it's a great way to continue to support your music club. Contact your personal assistant and say, tell me more about the Symphony and how I can save thousands and thousands and save thousands and thousands. So with that said, these boots are these boots are made for walking over you. I got to say it right. Plus, I'll throw in a little Latin number and turn this into a Latin piece. So here we go. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to go. All right. Play it away, Robert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold the applause. Stop it, please, really. You're embarrassing me. Well, thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed today's show. We hope it was worth coming on. And as always, stay safe, keep playing music, and mwah.